Well, sorry, Andrew, I'm pretty sure I'm the one that posted or asked what if Deku had lost his ability. So yeah, comment down below in my first video or this one. This will come out whenever I get 2 likes and everything. Or at least 15 views if nobody likes it, and once I get 15 views I'll do another one. So this will be the battles I'm gonna do today. My videos are gonna be longer for like these ones for the next couple what ifs because I'm trying to do longer ones instead of doing really short ones and stuff. So what's gonna happen is it's the battles. It is Bakugo versus Deku, Uraraka. Oh yeah, Ida's on his team too. So what Deku does is that he uses the pebbles. Pebble gang, hey, shoot you in the head, hit you with my pebble, hey. Yeah, because, and I'm gonna say, Uraraka asks why not you use your swords, and he says, because my swords are not meant for innocent people. And like, she's like, plus it's too dangerous because I can probably slice somebody in half if I don't be careful. So I rather use my pebbles. So what I'm gonna say is that he kind of, for the guns from Gun Gills Online, he replaced the bullets with rubber, or like the little light beams. You know, that one's what guns he has also. So they're rubber bullets. I'm gonna say he creates a gun and he has pebbles in his hands. Like 5 of them are 4 of them, I'm gonna say actually. I'm gonna say Bakugo still rushes in to prove that he's stronger and stuff. And he throws the pebbles at him. And if you guys are wondering why Deku wasn't in the class, even though it was 11 wherever he went in, it came out at like 13, it's because he had to make up the 2 years. So he went to a special school where everybody else went. So Bakugo rushes, he throws the 5 pebbles first. And they have like wind. I'm gonna just do red wind behind everything from now on. So it's like swirling. And they go like up, like they do like a curve shot, looking like it's about to hit the roof, but it curves down, hitting Bakugo in his shoulders and legs and in the stomach, and no, in his limbs. Then I'm gonna say Deku pulls out his gun, and people think he's about to shoot the kid, and he shoots a rubber bullet that hits Bakugo. This one I'm gonna say he added I'm just gonna give him elements for his gun now because I don't know what everybody else's magic is. I'm just saying it's just general magic. Anybody can use it. These ones were lightning, so whenever it hits him, a big spark of lightning activates, and Dum Dum sees it, and he's like, he has a lightning quirk and stuff. Bakugo's stunned because like Deku could have killed him in like one shot and everything if he like did a full power shot. So Bakugo's health doesn't really apply to most of them. He can like tell how much damage they can take. I'm just gonna say it's not really health because some of them will say even if somebody's health goes to 0, they won't die. I'm just gonna say if he activates like a realm, they'll pass out instead. So then Bakugo tries to stand up, and I want to say Deku comes over and knees him in the face, knocking him out. And then they go up to the Ida fight. I'm gonna say Deku, he answers them with a spell. He says, Uraraka, you want to do a combined attack, and it's gonna be the Meteor Star, I'm gonna call it. No, it's going to become the hidden meteor star, and then the regular one won't be hidden. It'll just be like a barrage of straightforward attacks of pebbles. So they lift up rocks. He enhances it with the swords, his sword thing and the wind, creating like building up pressure above Ida. And I'm gonna say he says release really loudly. Ida turns while he's running in the door, and once he moves his hand down, and then all the pebbles start striking through, going through. I don't see he's moving them right now. So it actually cuts the floor open, dropping Ida, and that was his plan. Then he jumps over really easily and touches the bomb. And Momo says that Uraraka should have did more, but he says that he took out Bakugo in the spring of the moment. They couldn't really plan together for she can help because he attacked before Bakugo can attack, so she takes that away. Well, she could have helped with that final attack. He says that she actually made it where he couldn't see it. Plus, I can only do that move in like a straightforward direction. So her floating them in the air helped me a lot. The only way I could have did that else is if I threw a whole bunch of rocks in the air. But that would not, then that would cause a panic and maybe Ida could have got me and stuff. Ida congratulates him for a good plan and stuff. I'm gonna say Uraraka came up with the plan. He also says that. So yeah. Then I'm going to skip to the lunchroom. Ida and Uraraka is talking. I'm gonna say Momo comes over and asks him if he has a creation quirk because he has items appear out of nowhere. So that's where he explains the item list where like he was in the games and like these items appear in inventory and they can be brought into real life, and the skills also. They're surprised and impressed with this quirk. And he also says that he didn't have this quirk until he got trapped into SAO and stuff. So he's done talking. People are freaking out. Also, Deku picks up his little knife because I'm gonna say he has a stake because he's elegant. He had everything tucked in. He grabs it. He's looking out the window where he can throw the knife and hit the villain because it's a villain. He sees it's on the media and so does Ida, but Uraraka doesn't because she's really short. I think she's barely. No, I think she's shorter than regular Deku. Deku's taller in this because his body's stoned and all that. I'm gonna say Deku's taller than Bakugo, but not taller than Ida. He's like Miria's height, I'm gonna say. And he has a toned body. So instead of Ida he was still elected because of his strength, I must say. Is that little panel, he throws it, hitting the thing, creating a huge, loud metal clack. I'm gonna say he hits the table, making a huge noise. People turn around and he yells that it was only the media, calm down, everybody's safe. He also states that there's heroes on campus and that we shouldn't be panicking and making the heroes have a harder time because we're panicking. They agree. Monoma thinks he is just acting because he thinks he's better than everybody else. Monoma starts talking, I'm gonna say, because he grabbed the knife whenever it came back. Starts spinning a knife and turns on his sword skill, and one of them's I'm not scared of your quirk, you think you're better than everybody else. Then I'm gonna say that Deku throws the knife, this time at full power where it doesn't just make a dong noise, stabbing through the ground and stuff, so he shot it through the ground at Monoma's feet. Monoma's confused. He gets like frightened for a second. He's like, whatever, you're not worth my time. And he starts trying to badmouth him, but Big Hand Girl hits him in the head and stuff. They go to the USJ. I'm gonna say Deku noticed like more people pop up out in the middle, and he looks directly at it and he says, "Are there supposed to be villains?" And the number is confused. He says, "Look at the portal." And then I'm gonna say Deku is faster than Nita, twice as fast at least, and stuff. So they tell Ida to run, but like he says that Midoriya is faster, and then like he says that on You Can Go, your horse is actually based off of speed. And he hears that he starts running. After I'm gonna say Deku slices down the doors and like part of the walls where he can run through without being like blocked off and all that. He runs off, and I'm gonna say the dude with the gun fingers tries to shoot. I'm gonna say Deku tells people to duck down, and this is whenever he starts dodging the bullets, and people see that, and they're like, "Is he fast enough to dodge bullets?" And like I'm gonna say, Momo says he's not fast enough to dodge. He's predicting the bullets where they're going. People start getting impressed, but then you see a little black thing come out of the sky that appeared. I think that is that Deku's quirk. He grabs it. It turns into the lightsaber thing, and he starts smacking back all the bullets. I'll say he shoots back 3 of the bullets directly at him, and all the other bullets are hitting other villains, taking that villain out. I'm gonna say because the fire's done, Racerhead jumps in, they start battling, and then teleportation activates. Deku sees this. He tries to run, and I'm gonna say he tries to throw like a wind attack at it, or a pebble at the dude. Say it hits him, cracking a part of his metal, like going straight through it. And he's confused because how strong that pebble was, and he's like, I have to take this kid far away from all of them. So I'm gonna say that instead of the water area, Deku's in the fire area, because I think that's the farthest away one. So Monoma, not Monoma, but what's his name? What's that dude's name? Grapehead? Grape people? Great baby? I don't know. Dude, I forgot his name, and I don't really like the character in the first place. Midoriya, Monoma, Mitsuki, Momo. My god, I knew it starts with the M, but Grapehead. And then Froppy's there. And like Froppy says, I can't really do much here because it's fire and she can't jump. This is where Deku takes out his second sword, his 2 swords. And he has Excalibur, I'm gonna say also. But Excalibur is like a heavy hitter, I'm gonna say. So he takes out his 2 original swords, and he says, then he enhances them with wind that makes them grow green, and wind appear around them. It grows green for a second, then it stops growing green, winds around them, sharpening, and he activates a sword skill that makes the wind blue on both sides. So a whole bunch of villains comes up, like a whole group of them, like because they seen how powerful just a pebble thrown was, so they send like a whole bunch of villains over there to take them out. And once they're done, I'm gonna say they can contact them inside the area but not outside, and tell them, bring them back to fight and all that. So Deku says Starburst Scream, and because the hand enhancement makes him like slicing waves, I'm gonna say there's at least 100 different villains, and I'm gonna say the whole USJ is caught on camera. So I'm gonna say somebody, a hacker quirk from the media, will post all of this, showing that a UA student could take out 100 different villains in a single attack. He like a special one of his special moves. And so if he takes down 100, he kind of gets the name the 100-Man Slayer, kind of like Berserk reference and stuff, because gets defeated 100 men and stuff. So that happens. His blades are still growing with wind and stuff, but they're not blue anymore. It's just then he activates his sword skill, the red one. And I'm gonna say he switches from wind to lightning. And he starts running off, throwing Floppy in them, because I'm gonna say the wind took out all the fire, so they tells him to hide somewhere and stuff. And all that. And he goes running off, and I'm gonna say he finds a communicator, and he hears, did you defeat the kids? I'm gonna to take them back. I'm gonna say he changes his voice and says, yeah. And the portal opens, and he jumps in right behind the dude, and he tries to he takes out his gun, shoots them, shooting him in the legs. So he has that handicap again. But whenever he senses around, because I'm gonna say everybody in the class's health bar is up, he sees Azawa's going down a lot, and I'm gonna say he throws another pebble to hit the dude in the stomach, sending him backwards or back, and he sees Azawa. He goes running up with his swords in tow. He activates wind. He doesn't know it's mindless being in until later, and he slices, hitting it hard enough to slice the chest in a X form, sending the Nomu back really far, because it's not shocking, it's cutting. So it's, imagine if All Might threw a punch, but it was in a sharp form, kind of like shoot style, but amped up a lot. That's kind of what it is. And that happens, knocking him back, because he can absorb the force, because it was all cutting force, I want to say. That happens, Nomu doesn't really react. He screams and runs out. Deku notices that it's a mindless being. So all those stabbing in the heart and stabbing in the brain applies to everybody else except Deku. So I'm gonna say is that Tomura tries to go behind him and turn him to it, but what happens is that his body doesn't really disappear, but I'm gonna say after a while his arm disappears. He's confused and he sees redness. Deku turns around, and I'll say with his sword swinging it backwards, stabbing him in his shoulder, twisting it, making that shoulder useless for right now. He gets pulled back and stuff. He orders no one to kill him. But all I'm gonna say is that because his healing's maxed out in this one right now, that I'm gonna say it's not he can regenerate as good as Spawn, but right now he only has one hand, so he's fending off the gnome with one hand. I'm gonna say 2 minutes later, his hand's fully back, and he takes out his other sword, or starts fighting. He enhances it with wind, and he says Starburst Screen. Fighting with it, the Nomo's punching and stuff. And I'm assuming whenever Nomu punches, after he slices off one arm with his full power, he does a quick stab move into the hand, and he takes the other sword into the other hand, and he leaves the swords in there, and then he takes out Excalibur, and I'm gonna say he takes out Excalibur because he can't regenerate with stuff inside of him. So I'm gonna say that he has his starter sword and all that because he didn't sell it or anything. So any swords that he had left up, he stabs into Nono's hands into the ground with a sword still in his feet, while he pulls out a Gatling gun that he had. He puts a wind enhancement for cutting force, where he doesn't just take up the shock of a bullet. Puts real bullets in. He activates the sword skill. So just imagine, have you a big crossbow, but rapid firing and a machine gun, and they're huge bone arrows hitting you, and will destroy your body. There's parts of it happens. I can't go into details what happened to the Nomu because it's not cutting or anything. It's ripping it to shreds. And I'm gonna say he regenerates. Deku says this is crap and stuff. This is ridiculous. And he takes the last bullet, put it into wind where it's a spear wind form with the bullet, and throws the bullet directly at the head with the Nomu rushing at it, and its pierce strikes through it, exploding it because of the wind, so it's scattered everywhere, and it's down. It was so the head is the weakness because he was trying to destroy the heart and everything. And Tomorrow thinks he was cheating and stuff. All Might walks in because he was about to grab him again to take out his arm, and he thinks that, like I said, his head won't come off or disappear as long as he doesn't have really low health. So All Might walks in. They all scatter. They say they have 2 weeks off, and this is gonna be the end. Goodbye.